nice to just start by hearing Josh, the way you all have before today, and just hearing a little bit of his voice. So why don't we start with that?
Yeah!
Yes! He raised me up. So let's see.
Oh, my life. No, my stick.
Josh, tell them what that song really was.
That was a song called Oceano that we did on the second album, Closer. And it was actually the first song we recorded on the second album. So.
Still good. All this stuff is good. I know the album's for sale when you come out. But,
I think a lot of people are probably...
One of the things that I know that it strikes everyone, critics and fans alike, is how youthful Josh is, and yet the kind of the depth of his feelings when he sings, and that there is a real intelligence, sophistication, and the sense of him having lived a lot, when in fact he's only 23 and turning 24 next month.
24!
Talk about that, how you reconcile those two things, and why you were able to kind of go as sort of intense as you do.
I think that one of the nice things about the environment that I grew up in, living in a big city and having parents that were so enthusiastic about not being pushy, but about getting me to get out there and see every show that would come to town and give me the books that they thought were worthwhile, give me the CDs that they thought were worthwhile. And I could do with them what I wanted, but I really kind of grew up in a very artsy musical family, and it was their initial excitement about the arts that first got me to get the bug. And in terms of kind of the life lessons that I've learned, at 23, I'm still very much a student of what I do. I think that there's so much more that I have to learn, and so much more that I plan on doing in the future. But I think that music, and the great reason why all sorts of music can touch people of all ages is because, the emotions of the music are universal. They touch all ages, they touch all demographics around the world. So, I wanted to really make sure that I did music that was that way. It wasn't age specific, or wasn't, America specific, or just something that would be, very, very universal, because that was the kind of music that I really enjoyed and appreciated growing up. So, but it did start with being given CDs that people that I just so admired growing up. So, I do have a lot to learn, and I've got a lot of life to live, but I've wanted to do a couple of albums that so far represent the emotions and the things that I have experienced.
You said...
I have always just kind of been, I'm a happy person. I am a happy person. I have certainly nothing to be sad about, but I think a lot of times, and again, growing up, I listen to the same kind of songs. I think that sometimes, in my own humble opinion, I think that sometimes the sadder songs, the more haunting songs about whether it be a sad love song or a song of loss or a song of anger or frustration, for me, it just always kind of hit a chord. It just always felt like it's much easier, I think, sometimes for me to believe a sadder song than a happy song. Maybe there just aren't that many great happy songs, when Simon and Garfunkel sang about feeling groovy, that was a great happy song. But I think that for whatever reason, I've always just been drawn to them, and I also think that because of the kind of voice that I have, it's harder to find, for me at least, happy songs that don't sound a little bit cheesy, for lack of a better word. It's hard to, for me, in my voice, and the kind of singing that I do, combined with the kind of sad songs that I enjoyed growing up, it just felt very natural for whatever reason. What was it when I got on?
When you're singing them,
And I never really did any TV acting, but theater acting, never anything bigger than this room. And so it was a great experience. The cast is so talented and so funny, and they kind of brought out a bit of goofiness in me. I think I was so serious going into it, so scared and just nervous and new. I was 18, and And it just, when I went on the set, it's exactly on set as it seems on the TV show. They're just nuts. And I was just like, my people. It felt fun. It didn't feel like work. It felt fun.
And that's what sort of prompted the website, which hadn't existed before?
Yeah, the episode aired, and I remember, going out to dinner that night after it aired, and somebody, Mel's Diner in Los Angeles said, "Hey, you were just on LA Feel, man. That was really something." Thanks. The next morning, I got calls from radio stations, and it was just kind of my first taste of somebody knowing who I am, somebody hearing my voice or hearing my music, and it was exciting. And we had heard from Fox that they were receiving a lot of emails, a lot of people online.
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy? Do you have a website? Is there anywhere we can go to find out more information? So I called Warner Brothers and I said, well, look, we came up with kind of a makeshift site for people to just say name, date of release, there's a little bio, and let's throw a community in there. Let's throw a forum for people to chat if they want to, And the first day it was like 50 people. I think 20 of them were probably here. And then it kind of grew. It was 100, 200, 300, and it's grown into this kind of community of a little over 15,000 people. And it's helped create, which is really an extraordinary thing. And the things that I've learned, the things that I've found from the website, from that internet community, have just been extraordinary. From the energy of the fans and all that they do, not only to spread the music, but to spread the charity and lots of other things. And they've really made it. There's nothing that Warner Brothers can do. There's nothing that I can do to force fans or force people to behave or be in a certain way. I look at lots of musicians' websites and the forums, and I read it and I'm just going, how do they stand this? This is awful. What? just like blatant negativity, or just
coming from the fans.
Just coming from the fans. I think that one of the greatest things about the fans that I have and the people on the website is that they haven't turned it into a spectacle. The people that stop me on the street, or the people that I read about online or whatever, it's a genuine thing. It's not just we want to take your picture, or I've seen you with this guy or this girl or this. It's so many. When I read Star or Us Weekly or whatever, it's fine. I hope it doesn't come to that. This just in.
The order of the songs.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm rambling, but the community did start from Allen Field, and it's turned into this thing that I'm so intensely proud of.
One of the sort of fascinating things about your rise has been the influence of television and how, in a way, radio has been irrelevant, which is so unusual. And I mean, I think there was a piece in the Times where Neil Strauss wrote that before.
It still felt like, I'd go into the meetings at Warner Brothers, and I would see the sales of some of the rock guys and the pop guys, and then I'd see the sales that I was doing. It was great, still beyond anything that they were expecting, but just thinking to myself, oh my gosh, what can I do? What show can I do? What can I do to get more awareness, or to get the music out there to more people? Because it felt like I did a lot. And when 2020 happened, all of a sudden, I think what happened made me realize that so many kind of points of light had happened along the way, but nobody had connected the dots. Nobody had kind of said, oh, this is that guy, and he did this, and this, and I'm going to go listen to his music now. It was just kind of, oh, that was nice, I changed the channel. So what 2020 did was they said, you've seen him here, and here, now let's tell you about him. And for whatever reason, that was the thing that clicked, and it didn't change from there.
And so what about radio? Does it bother you that that is...
Trapped by the fad of the moment on radio. I feel trapped too. I think that, as I listen to being a listener of radio, growing up in LA, just kind of listening to all the, rock and pop stations and, adult contemporary, I found more and more, it just almost, immediately, every day, you hear a new kind of little sound on the radio that becomes the sound, or, it's like a compression that has to be the compression. It doesn't sound within this, it won't get on the radio. You got 40 slots to get a song played, and it doesn't sound...
Yeah, that's for a certain genre.
Yeah, well, exactly, but I think that pop music in general has kind of become so formatted to that small area, and I have had a tremendous amount of support from radio when I really think about it for what I do. You know, adult contemporary has been hugely supportive. They play a number of different styles of music, and they've given me 3 #1 single in adult contemporary. And I think that, you know, in terms of pop radio, top 40, you know, the DJs are really supportive. I've done interviews on Z100, you know, a few times, and you know, Elvis in the Morning Zoo. And,